Hello, I'm Victoria Seaver, 121 North Lily. I wanted to respond to a few things or share some thoughts. Watched the taped admin meeting and Public Works and Finance, and in the committee meeting, they talked about noise ordinance, and I wanted to say kudos. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm in one of those neighborhoods that has noise problems, and I haven't seen a lot. So it must be working, drifting out the word something, I don't know, but thank you. I appreciate that. I wanted to, and then you talked about trash and public works, and it looks like you're going to go back and look at possible lids and colored lids and barcodes. I know it's frustrating for you. I know you want this done, but you're responding to our concerns on that, and I appreciate that. And I wanted to tell you that, and I appreciate the responses I got to my emails. I wish I had answers for some of the bigger trash issues, and I don't, but I'm going to throw out some thoughts. I remember reading, I think summer, that there was an article in the paper about maybe you would be able to expand on the recycling center and build a building there where people had left, they did a kitchen project, they got tile and lumber left over, they bring it on over and people can come there and use it. That's a great idea. If when and ever you have the money and the time to work on that, I would encourage you to do that, because I think that's wonderful. Have a little tiny ideal for that. I don't know if it's any good, but I got a little tiny ideal. Maybe you could have a little artist corner over there, because you got a lot of regional people who like to use recycled objects, and they'll make art out of it. And anybody from preschool to graduate school will use found objects for art projects, and they might find a use for it. You might have something like an art cart today, and people could come over and get stuff, and it's just like a garage sale. They're going to go home with all kinds of stuff that they probably didn't really need, but it's gone. So maybe you get promoted a little bit, and maybe you get some use out of that. Tom talked about education, and we all know what trash is, and we all know we're supposed to take care of it, and we know what recycling is. So it's kind of education, but it's really consciousness, and you throw stuff away and it's out of sight and out of mind. It's really hard to bond with your coffee grounds. So how are we going to get people on board? And I don't know, but there's just a big disconnect. And we have all these students who have a lot of trash they're putting in there, and they don't pay. They're not aware of it. Landlords pay the trash. Landlords either take care of it or they don't. I don't want to go around slapping them with citations and making enemies out of them. So what are some positive things we can do? And I don't think my ideas are unique, but you might have something like a community action day. There's always groups that are interested in that, and the students seem to be really into volunteering these days. So maybe a couple weeks after school starts in the semester, you could go out in those groups and the students and drive around and pick up some of that bulk trash and get it out of here. Maybe if you find something good, take it over to Goodwill and put it to use over there. I don't know how you handle court-mandated community service, and if they're out cleaning up the parks, I don't want to take them off that. And if they're out at the Humane Society, I want them to do that. But maybe they could help with some trash, or maybe it would be a really good learning opportunity for them to ride around with the trash guys, like Tom told me he did, and find out what it's all about. And you teaches them something, and they're going to go and talk to people, because not every day you ride around with a garbage truck, and get some awareness out there. You got another partner in town besides the university, which is PCEI, and I know they do stuff with recycling and art projects and things, so go pick Tom's brain just as much as you can and get some more ideas out of him. And there's always the free cycle, green cycles, those kinds of things that you can do in the community. And then the other thing I was going to bring up is I had gone to Planning and Zoning in September, and I think Sue was there, and I think Bill was there, because they're on the front end of things, and I talked to them about R4, and you get out all the high density, and everybody's moves in, and then it's just hog wild, not necessarily a lot of follow-up after that. So I wanted zoning to think about it. You're on the back end with the trash, and so we've got to pick up all that hog wild trash that goes on out there. And so one of my ideals then, if it's not already in existence, was maybe you could partner with the university and set up some kind of a interdisciplinary type course. It could be anything from an introductory course to graduate, and give them some information on community development, getting grants, through community projects, identifying green space, marketing, economic values, and teach them some things. And then they go out and do a photo project. They go out and snap pictures of good things. Here's a whitescape, and some bad things, and here's a bunch of trash. And then they report back to you, and then they're your eyes and ears, and you didn't have to hire somebody to go do it, and maybe it would help you just see what's going on and target it. So I'm done. I can go back to work now.
Victoria, thank you. We always appreciate the thought you put into things, and it's. I think that's an important lesson for all of us. That it's not just shows up on a piece of paper and then we forget about it. It's like stay with it until we find some answers. So thank you for sharing your thoughts on that.